Hello everybody and welcome to today's RC in English class. So we're going to be doing conversation, and this time you're not going to do Zoom class like last week. Everybody did a really good job with Zoom last week. Everybody tried, everybody spoke and did as much English as they could. Now you have to remember we are all different levels. Some of us are Jili or higher, some of us are Changjo. No problem. So long as you try your best at this class, you will get the best grade possible for you. And I don't want you to think like, oh, my English isn't as good as somebody. It doesn't matter. As long as you try your best. If you come to class and you're positive and you try your best, there's a chance for you to get the top grade too. Remember, this semester we're absolute grading, so your final score is going to be your score. You came last week, that's 10% of your grade. So you just have to try. Even if there's a technical problem like with Zoom, but you tried, I understand you. I want you to get the best grade possible. I want you to get A+, everyone. That's my wish. Fingers crossed. So, don't worry too much now. Today's class, we're going to be using the amazing textbook. So, hopefully you've got your book ready. It's a beautiful sunny day outside, and I've got my, van ready to go on holiday. But I can't go anywhere. I have to stay here in Korea. We're still kind of stuck here. But don't worry, I've got Hello Kitty above me to make some songs, make some tunes so we can play and have some fun. But the real thing today is about branding and marketing, advertising. So I'm going to get you to do a couple of things, and hopefully you'll have a good time and you'll practice some English, maybe learn some things today. So let's go and let's start. So last week I gave you the Zoom class, but 2 weeks before I gave you some idioms and you did the quiz, the online quiz. Score didn't matter. It was just for your participation. So let's think about it. The first one I told you was pigs might fly. This is an unbelievable situation. Something that you don't think will happen. So, like, pigs flying is really strange. Something that's not possible. So we use this expression and idiom when we think something's not going to happen. Usually it's more like, oh, I'm going to get an A+ on the test. And then your friend's like, pigs might fly, like, it's never gonna happen. So we use this expression when we want to talk to people and maybe say something that we don't believe, like, oh, they say something, you're like, oh, pigs might fly. And you say pigs might fly, it means it's not gonna happen. The next one, it says elephant in the room. That's something that's awkward or strange that somebody doesn't want to talk about or mention. So maybe it's a problem or something weird. Like if you look at the picture above me, there we go, if you look here, you can see that it says that they're having a meeting. And it says elephant in the room. It's literal elephant in the room. But if you saw that, you would think that's strange or awkward situation. So if there's something strange or the atmosphere, like 분위기, is a little bit weird, then you could say like, hey, what's the elephant in the room? Like, maybe you know what the elephant is. Maybe you have two friends. They were boyfriend and girlfriend, and they break up. But then you have a party together. Then you said to them, oh, the atmosphere is strange. There's an elephant in the room. Awkward situation. It's not good. And it's because nobody talks about it, or somebody might say, hey, there's an elephant in the room. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, you broke up. Don't worry, we're still friends, blah, blah, blah. But usually you use this situation when there's a problem or some kind of strange atmosphere and nobody wants to talk about it. So it's called the elephant in the room. Something strange that's there. The next ones. These two are easy. The first one especially. Hey, hold your horses. It means to slow down. Maybe you're like, hey, let's go to Bali right now. Let's go. And then your friend said, hey, hold your horses. Like, hey, slow down. You're going too fast. So hold your horses, think about the situation. Think about it so that you can make it perfect. So the animal above me is a weasel. And a weasel is an animal that, kind of is very elusive. You don't see it a lot. So we say to weasel out of something means to escape or not do something that you're kind of supposed to do. So maybe you have homework and you weasel out of it. It means maybe you didn't do it and you kind of don't tell anybody and you kind of sneak away, back away and don't do something. So usually like maybe my mom said to me, "Oh, Fraser, you have to clean the house." And I'm like, oh, my arm, oh, my neck, oh, it's really painful. I can't do it. That's weaseling out of it. I'm fine. No problems. We're all okay. But we might say, oh, you're weaseling out of it. It means to try to find a reason to not do something, escaping the situation that you don't want to do. So there's many ways you could do it. Maybe you have a date and you suddenly find you don't like that person, so you make an excuse. You weasel out, oh, I can't go to the date. Oh, my mom, brother, somebody has a problem. I have to help them. So we'd use it in this case, weasel out of something, to try to escape out of doing something or not do something that we want. The last two. The first one is super cute, and if you look at it, puppy dog eyes. Puppy dog eyes is a really cute or innocent face that, you can't say no to it. So maybe, for example, boyfriend or girlfriend or younger brother, younger sister, they have puppy dog eyes, so you do a really cute face and and big eyes, and you're looking and you're like, oh, like that. That's scary face, right? So don't do that. But if you're like, oh, and big eyes and looking so cute and sweet, that is puppy dog eyes. It's usually done when somebody is trying to get you to say yes to something, like, big eyes and cute face, and they say, oh, 오빠 가방 사줘, and then they big eyes and they say something. There you go. That's puppy dog eyes. That's the situation. But that's just an example, right? You can use it anytime you want to get people to say yes to you. So, or maybe you're like, Fraser, I want an A+, but I'm immune because I have real puppies like this. Where is it? Like this one. So I see them all the time, those cute little dogs. And the next one, wouldn't hurt a fly. If you wouldn't hurt a fly, we think fly like bzz, bzz, bzz. We think is really terrible, right? Annoying, like get away. But if we say wouldn't hurt a fly, it means somebody who's a really nice person. Somebody who's really caring and nice. They wouldn't do anything bad. Even like cockroach, like 바퀴벌레, they wouldn't even like kill that. They're so nice. They're so kind. So, hey, Fraser wouldn't hurt a fly. It means, he's a nice person. These are the expressions that we learned, okay? So, hopefully, you learned them, you remembered them. They could be on my short midterm test that I'll give, but we can go through everything one by one. And what we're going to do today is we're going to have a little bit of fun. Now, some of you are my 창조 or 평화, like my creativity or peace class students, and I do this sometimes. It's just for fun. Now, I always find it funny because you have to draw. And my my weakness. So my weakness is art. When I was a middle school student, I got D grade. The only D grade I ever got was because of art class. Now, I think it was because bad teacher. Anyway, so yes, so don't worry about your drawing skill. Now listen carefully. I am going to describe 3 pictures. Now, today's topic is all about brands and products and advertising. So I'm going to describe 3 pictures now. You have to listen to my description. and you have to draw the picture that you hear. Now, one of them is easy, two of them are hard. So one of them you should be able to do. Two of them, game over. So don't worry about terrible pictures. You're like, oh, Razor, oh my art, oh. Doesn't matter, it's for fun. So you listen to me. And then, that's right, you just draw the picture that you hear. Now, usually I do this activity in class time and you do it with your friends. However, we're not at school, so this is listening activity. I'm going to describe a picture, you just draw the picture. So, 1 minute, after you've drawn it, write down the name of the product. Now, Fraser, where do I draw it? Right here, where it says draw a picture. 2 boxes, 3 descriptions. Okay? Choose 2. So listen to 2, pause the video, go back, and then choose which one you're gonna draw. Now I'll try to talk for 1 minute. Now I'm usually really terrible with my time, so I usually talk over, give more hint and more clue. So listen carefully, draw the picture. So easy one first. So in this picture there is one woman. She has long black hair. She has a smile, and she is looking profile. That means side view, like side view. See? That's profile. So she's looking profile, she's got a side view. It doesn't matter which way she's looking, just choose one way. Now, to me, she's looking... Wait, wrong way, wait. To me, she's looking left. So she's looking left, and she's got a smile, she's got a kind of a small nose, she's got slightly smaller eyes, she's got some eyebrows, she's got red lips, and her smile is a little bit open. So it's not it's a little open, so you can see some of her top teeth, but she looks happy. One hand is on her chin, just under her chin here. The other hand is holding something very small. Okay, and in her hand she's holding a glass. That's your hint, okay? And in front of her is a bottle. Now this bottle is something that Korean people, not all Korean people, but quite a few people like. So she's looking at something in front of her, side on. So she's looking in front of her at something. One hand on the chin, one hand's up. So remember, her right hand is holding the glass, her left hand is on her chin, but she's happy. I'll give you one more hint. The bottle is green. Now what I want you to do is I want you to draw the picture and then write down the product. Like, what are they selling? Super easy. Next week I'll give you the answers, okay? Number 2. This one, there is a couple. So there's 2 people, one man, one woman. The man, as I'm looking, is on the right hand side. The female is on the left hand side. Now, outside of them is a blue box. So there's a big square, blue square. They are inside a circle, and they are a couple together. Now, they are young. They're maybe in their 20s. They are both very... Like, the man is very handsome, he has like a square chin, jawline is very good, he's got a big nose, he's happy, he's smiling, he has a side parting, that's where your hair is to the side, so he has a side parting, his hair is medium length, he has big eyebrows, dark brown eyes, and he's got a closed smile. And he's wearing like a blue jacket and a white t-shirt. In his hand, he is holding hair. Okay? And the hair looks like it's coming from the girl who is next to him. Now, the girl next to him, to the left, has big eyes, big brown eyes, a very high nose. She's very happy, big smile. this time open, so you can see her teeth. She has long wavy hair. She has no bangs, so no hair here. So here is no hair, so her hair is to the side, in the middle, like down here. She's really happy, and she has both her hands holding her hair. And her hair and his hair that he's holding, it looks like Pringles mustache. So she's using her hair to make a Pringles mustache. So the key is hair. So what I want you to do is draw the picture. That's number 2. So draw the picture and then write down what you think is the product and brand name. Because I've given a hint, so you should be able to guess a brand name. It's not Korean brand. Number 3. This one is a little bit abstract, so not the same. So in this picture, there is a building in the background, and it has lots of glass windows. But the main thing is an animal who is eating some kind of noodle. And the animal is cartoon style animal. It has big round eyes and a big oval face, and it's eating noodles from a bowl. It's got small little hands, and it's got a nice cute tail, and he's a very cute character. He's got big ears, and next to him is like a little green character who's also eating noodles, but both of them have their eyes blacked out. Now behind them is the product that they're selling, and in there's 2 kinds of noodles, and one of them is in I guess like a reddy brown color. In English we'd say burgundy, so it's like a reddy brown color, and the name of the product has a black line like the character, and next to it is like a greeny silvery color kind of a package, and again it's got a picture on both of them of the products in a bowl, and one of them has chopsticks eating it and one of them doesn't. So these are both made by the same company, and they are in the background of the picture. So in the front of the picture is the animal and the small character eating noodles, and the 2 characters, they don't use chopsticks to eat. They are just like sucking on noodles. So that's the thing. So again, draw the picture and then write down the brand name and the name of the noodles, those 2 noodles. So this has been very famous recently. Alright, so there we go. Now draw the pictures. You've chosen 2 of them, and it's going to be perfect. Maybe. Don't worry, alright, just draw away. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to go into the textbook. So you've got Evolve 4. Yeah, we're ready, right? So Evolve 4, you need to be on page number 34. Now, number 34 is all about jerseys and brands. So above you, you can see Cristiano Ronaldo diving. He's simulation there. But I love Ronaldo. He's a great guy. He's doing a lot to help Portugal and charity workers at the moment, and people who are helping for the problems that we're all having. So don't worry. Now, my first question is, when you look at the textbook, do you know any of those teams? I think maybe you've heard of 1 or 2 of them, but maybe you know all of them. They're all very famous. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to read. And that's all you have to do. Read through the text. So I think you will get the first part easily. Like, do you know any of those teams? You can read it, have a look at the graphics, and you can see it happening, right? Yeah, it's easy. You maybe know Manchester United because I talk about them. There's Paris Saint-Germain, Barcelona, and Real Madrid. So they're all football teams or soccer teams. They're all talking about their money. So what you need to do is you need to look at the vocabulary. So look at them carefully, read it carefully, and there is a bold text. Look at the bold text and just check it, okay? So when you've checked it, then we'll go through that in a second. Now, at the bottom it says C. Read the article and the infographic again. Check the statements that are true or false. So you have 3, and then you're going to say if it's true or false. And you can see there's actually 4, not 3. Fraser's crazy. Numbers are bad for me. I'm a scientist. So, go through it and try to mark and see if they are true or false. So number 1, all soccer teams now get most of their revenue from merchandise sales. Revenue is money. Merchandise, you know, shirts, t-shirts, caps, that's all merchandise, things that they can sell. The next one, is it possible for one company to sponsor 2 or more teams? Easy question maybe. Number 3, sponsorship of NBA teams is a new trend. And the sponsor's name only appears on a team's jersey. So, pause the video and read through B. So, go, go, go. So, I gave you the answer. Did you see it? So, number 1, it's false. Only some make more from merchandising, not all of them. The next one. Is it possible for one company to sponsor 2 or more teams? True, of course. So you have lots of times where you give money to other teams because you want sponsorship. You want many people to see it. The next one. Sponsorship of NBA teams is a new trend? Yeah, that's right. It's only just started recently. Before, it was a monopoly. Only the NBA could decide and make money. The next one. False. A sponsor's name often appears on other merchandising too, not just the jersey. They make t-shirt or they make, pencil case. It's there too. So you can see it's often in other places as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we can use these vocabulary words because some of them are important. So okay, now, as you can see, these are all the words that are on page 34. We're going to just make sure we know the differences between them. But before we do that, I want you to make sure that you can say them correctly. So, let's try and do the pronunciation of each one. The first one is advertisement. So you can repeat after me, okay? Number 2, merchandise. Products. Fashion statement. Merchandising. Status symbol. Commercial. Advertise. Sponsor. Slogan. Brand. Logo. Now usually we'd say it's a brand logo, but we can separate them, but I've put them together for this one. Now, what we need to try to do is page number 35. I want you to look at these words, and I want you to try to answer the question for A. What is the differences between some of them? So, what is the difference between sponsor as a noun and sponsor as a verb? Number 2, merchandise and merchandising. 3, brand, logo, slogan. 4, advertise as a verb, an advertisement, ad, and a commercial. And the next one, a status symbol and a fashion statement. So, pause me now and try to write your answers in the book. So, pause me now. Let's do it. You ready? We got it right? We're perfect? Maybe? So let's go through it. The first one. A sponsor is a company that pays expenses for a team in exchange for advertising and things like this. So it's a company that pays for things. To sponsor is the act of paying the expenses of a team in exchange. So they're very similar, but a sponsor is the person who does it all, but to sponsor means to do it. Okay, so it's very simple. Next one. Merchandise is a product with a company or team logo on it. But merchandising is charging a fee to allow a company to put their logo on your products. Complicated? So remember, merchandise is the product. Merchandising is charging for people to do something to allow a company to put, a logo onto the product. So it's very similar, but a little bit different. The next one, brand, logo, and slogan. So a brand is the name of a product or group of products owned by the company. Example, Sprite, Coca-Cola. Two brands owned by the same company. A logo is the company's symbol. For example, swoosh, like swoosh, like that. That's the logo. A slogan is a saying that represents the company or brand. For example, Nike's slogan, just do it. So at the bottom of the TV commercial, there, it says, just do it. So these are all examples, okay? So you can see there are 3 ones. Next one. To advertise means to promote a product or brand. An ad is a message that promotes the product or brand. A commercial is CF, like, old style, maybe Korean, like Konglish, is an audio or visual advertisement. So you can see that's when you're looking and watching the commercial. An ad is a message that promotes a product or brand. To advertise means to promote it. And the final one, a status symbol is something that shows somebody's wealth to society. So I have a Ferrari. There you go. I have 10 Ferraris. Look at that, a status symbol. Lots of fast, expensive cars. A fashion statement is something that a person wears to express their personal style. Cap for Fraser. Ching. You can't see my eyes, but it's a cap for Fraser. So you can see these are all examples of them. So hopefully we're all perfect, okay? You got the answers for each one. Right? I hope so. Okay everyone, now we're on to page number 36. Now I've actually combined some of the words from page 34, 35, 36, put them all together just to make some easy questions. Now page 36 is a little bit easier, so I've made them, like I don't really explain them here because I think you can understand them. But if there's a word you don't understand, you can always use your smartphone to check. Now I've made 4 different worksheets. You choose one of them. Doesn't matter which one, and you're going to try to talk to your partners by doing some questions. So here are your questions. Now this week you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions to ask. If you can ask them to another person, I'm going to be happy. So today's class, what you need to do is, after last week, I told you last week, when you met your new friends in your class, you had to get some information, like maybe you got their email, or maybe you got their Kakao Talk, like this. What I want you to do is, I just want you to send them your questions, and they're going to send you their answer back. So today's class is communication by text. If you want to talk to them, sure. If you want to send them a voice message like file and ask the questions, that's okay. I'm super happy. If you just want to type the questions, short answers, no problem. But what I want is for you to send them or ask them, so do you like to watch singing shows? Like Show Me the Money, Rap Superstar, Hip Hop, these kind of things, anything like that. Is it a good way to find talent? So you write down their name, and then you just write down their answers. Yes, they like it. Yes, it's a good way. Next question. Who is a hero to you? What have they done to be a hero? So you can say, Fraser. Oh, yeah, he's been really kind and nice to me. Bam. So obviously that's not a real answer, but you can say it like that. Is there a slogan that you like? Just do it. I'm loving it. So you just think of your favorite company and you write it down. Now, you're going to ask 4 people. Hopefully you got 4 people's contact information from last week. You talked to maybe 5, 10, 12 people. So hopefully you've got 4 people. Just send them a message, ask them the questions, or take a picture of the questions and let them see it. They will respond to you. That's all you have to do. Once you've got 4, that's it. You're finished. So just message 4 people, they will ask you. Hopefully you don't get like 1 million people talking to you. But maybe you do, then you're 인기남녀. You know, you're super popular. You're the insa of this class. I am the asa. No one talks to me. Anyway, I'm just messing around. So try to send it, and then you've got their answers, and just write the answers down. So that could take a little bit of time, but don't worry, just write it down at some point. So as I said, hopefully you got their contact information last week. Maybe you're like, I have no friends. I'm like Fraser. I'm outsider. Or maybe you're 인기남녀 and you have everybody who likes you. So you're perfect. Everything is good. So just make sure that you send a message. Ding, 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 ding. And then wait for the reply and write it in when you have time. Hopefully it doesn't take long. If they don't reply to you, don't worry. It's just I want you to try to talk to people in class. That's all. Hopefully you made some friends. Alright, now we're on to page number 35, and this is all modal of speculation. A modal is what we use when we're not sure of an answer in this part of the grammar. So we're kind of guessing the answer. Modals of speculation, guessing what we think is the right answer. Now they give a couple of different modals. Must or must not, may, might, they are the same. Can't and could. These are all used to kind of guess the answers, what we think is what's going to happen. So we have 3 options. When you're not sure of something is true, we use could, may, or one more. So we have to think about what we use. When you're sure of something, you use this answer. And when you're not sure of something is not true, we use something and must not. Now, these are the options. Must, must not, may, might, can't, and could. I want you to try to fill in A. Okay? So you look at A and you'll try to write down the correct one. So don't be shy. You can do it. Go, go, go. Let's go through the answer. So the first one, when you're not sure about something is true, you should use might. It means I don't know. Maybe this is true. It might be true, like that. So we don't know. 50-50. When you're sure that something is true, we say must. Now, that must be right is usually used when we're 95, 6, 7, 8, 9% true. So for me, I'd be like, you must be drunk. You drank like 5 bottles of soju, but maybe 1% chance no. Because maybe you can drink 10 bottles of soju. So for me, must, I would use must when I'm like 95 to 99% sure I'm right of the answer, like I'm sure. Maybe, you know, like almost 100%, so very close to that, so I must be right. You know, you know, there is a chance, always a chance you can be wrong. So, you know, it's really hard to be 100% sure. So, but in this case, we can use must to be sure, like, you know, 99.9%. We're pretty much there. And when you're sure that something is not true, can't or must not. You can't take the test. Like, it's not happening. 100%, you can't take the test. The test was yesterday. You can't take it. So, these ones are very easy to use, and most of the time, may or might is 50%. Maybe yes, maybe no. Must is used when we're like 99.9%, like 100% right. Like, you can never be 100% sure sometimes. So that's why. And then the last one, can't, or you can see that must not is used when we're saying it's not true. Like, there's no way it could be true. So what I'd like you to do is to do part B. Now, I don't, A, B? B? Is that B? 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 Does that work? B? I don't know, right? So I can't do it with my fingers. B? Yeah, no, that's a D. Okay, B! Yeah, I'm game over. Alright, so try to do B. Pause the video. So you got 3 sentences. You want to fill it in. Number 1, they haven't won a single game all season. So they're really terrible. So the answer is can't, must not. You know that they're terrible. The next one, they blank be the best team, but I'm not sure. May, might, or could. We don't know the answer. Now, could depends on their skill level. So they could be the best soccer team this year, but I'm not sure. It depends because maybe I didn't see all the other teams. They may be, they might be, they could be, but we don't know the answer for sure. So that's why. And the last one, they blank be the team, they've won everything. So they've won everything. So we're 99.9% sure that we know the answer. And the answer must be must. You got the right answers, yeah? We're perfect? Yeah. We're great. So, you got those right. So that's a good job. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 4 video clips. What I'd like you to try to use is the grammar on your worksheet. So on your worksheet it says 1, 2, 3, 4. I want you to use the speculation. Might be, must be, could be. You can use has to be if you want to, like you're 100% sure, you know, that's okay. But try to use, you know, must, must not, may, might, can't, or could to make a sentence about these videos. I'm going to show you a short video clip, just like very short part of an advertisement. And I want you to guess, speculate, what is the answer. So you'd be like, it must be for beer. Like it must be for, you know, height, as they are drinking beers. So that's an example. So I'll show you the clip and then you'll guess it. Okay? Okay? So don't be worried, just try to guess the video clip. So here's number 1. Alright, so stop the video, write it down. Number 2.
I don't know you, big buffet boy 85. But if you think you can humiliate me and take my gold, think again. I am coming for you with lots of barbarians and dragons. I can't wait to destroy your village, while you beg for mercy, but you will get no mercy. I will have my revenge. Lion.
Alright, number 3. And here is number 4. Okay, so you've written down on the worksheet what you think they must be, might be, giving a reason why you think so. So what we'll do is we'll take a break from here. This is probably you right here, right? You're like, oh, I need a break. Oh, me too. I need a drink. Oh, let's get some Somac. No. Just some soda. I mean, just some water. Hey everyone, and we're back after break time. Now, this final part of class is using page numbers 38 and number 39. So I've skipped out the grammar part for today just so that we can do a bit more talking time. Now, this part of class is going to be a bit more interactive. So we're going to go through a couple of things, and as you can see to here, there's a bit of fighting going on. Maybe they disagree about something. And this part of the textbook is saying about something is good or bad, and then giving your opinion. So you probably want to pay attention and give your opinion about something often in class time. But maybe you don't know how to. So we're going to just practice a couple of things. But we need to make sure that we go through page number 38 and number 39. Now, 38 has a little dialogue on here, and all you have to do is you just need to look at the dialogue and then read that. We're not going to listen, just read it together. If you have the if you want to go through it, we can do. Maybe that's better. So I'll go through the dialogue. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go through the dialogue, and you just have to listen, and then what you want to do is put in the answers into B. So you just have to listen and then write down the matching part. So it's really, really easy. Super easy. So the script is, Colombia is playing Uruguay this afternoon. Want to watch it? Soccer? Well, not really. As I see it, soccer is just a bunch of guys running around for 90 minutes to score 2, maybe 3 goals. To be honest, I find it really boring. B is a terrible person, okay? Football, soccer is great. Next on. Now, just a second. That's not fair at all. Even if the score is low, there's a lot happening. Sports are about strategy. Okay, that's a good point. But 90 minutes, the strategy is that interesting? Yes, absolutely. And soccer is a cultural experience too. I really think you'd enjoy that side of it at least. It's not so much that I'm not interested, it's just that I don't really understand the game and feel lost when I watch it. Okay, but the thing is, you have to watch a sport to understand it. You like basketball now, but you didn't before we went to see some games. That's true, but basketball was more familiar to me. With soccer, you're going to have to explain everything. I have to talk about soccer all afternoon? Hey, no problem. Soccer's awesome, right? I love football. You love football. We're great. Now, that's not in there. What I'd like you to do is to do B. Just put the expressions in there. So pause the video. You finished it? No problem. So get rid of the kimchi slap. Kimchi out. Bam! So the first one, I see. So, as I see it. Number 2, find. 3, really? Number 4, much. Number 5, second. Number 6, point. So you can see that's a good point. But number 7, but the thing is, and the last one, that's true, but. So all of these are simple expressions. So you've got all of the answers. So they're very simple to go through, and it's not difficult to make a simple sentence using those. It's just saying you understand them, but you disagree. So, when we want to be more emphatic, this is page 39. So to be more emphatic means to make a point. Be like more strong with the English that we have. We can say, that's not true at all. Or, I couldn't disagree more. Or, you have it all wrong. So, those are ways to be like, you're wrong, I'm right, and you're ready for a fight. So, what I want you to do is just to repeat it one more time. That's not true at all. The stress is on the all. I couldn't disagree more. You have it all wrong. So the long all, like that. Now, I want you to look through the dialogue and I want you to try to put in the correct ones in each one. So just go through it and put it in. Now, it will fit grammatically correct. You don't need to listen, you have to think about it. So pause me now and try to put in what you think is the right one. One. What I couldn't disagree more. Like that. Number 2. That's not true at all. No, you have it all wrong. Perfect? Yeah. So as you can see, these are just ways to say like it's wrong or we don't agree with each other. So I want you to try to use these in a second. So you're going to try to use these to disagree, or maybe you agree. But I want you to be able to agree or disagree, but I want you to give reasons why. You can't just say, oh, no, that's wrong. Why is it wrong? In English, if somebody's just very, that's wrong, then you'd be like, that guy's a very terrible guy, right? You'd say like, oh, he's a bad guy. So I'm gonna ask you to make some discussion questions. Give your opinion or say something, and you can make it so that people disagree with you 100% or agree with you 100%. But I want you to make the questions yourself. So listen carefully. On your worksheet, there's some alphabet letters. I want you to make some discussion questions using those letters. At the end of the class time today, or by the end of the day, so Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday, our class day, you will have to go to the discussion tab on eClass. And I want you to type in 2 of your questions. If you don't give me 2 questions by the end of the day, absent. Now you can do it on, the weekend, Sunday. You could do it any day before the end of class day. So I'll show you your paper so you understand. Here, it says, write down some discussion questions that you want students to answer. The first letter of the question must be the same as listed below. So for example, P is the first letter of that question or statement. You must use one of the words from the list here. These words are going to be the ones that we use, okay? So for example, this is just example. I had the letter D. Do you think Fraser could be an entertainer? LOL. So it's a question. Do you think Fraser could be an entertainer? Now you would put this question onto eClass. Do you think Fraser could be an entertainer? And then you would wait, and then at the end of the day you would see all the questions and you would choose the question that you want to answer. So you're going to make 2 questions. You have different alphabet letters, you have different words. Make a few. Think about which is a funny one or good ones, and then upload them onto eClass. Then take 2 questions from eClass, not your own one. So it has to be another student's questions. So choose 2 questions from another student, and then I want you to write down your answers, whether you agree or disagree, and give some reasons why. Not just, I disagree. Or maybe you said, oh, I couldn't disagree more. Fraser cannot be an entertainer. He's very terrible. Or his voice is like ASMR. Maybe I make you sleep. It's okay. I'm kidding, alright? But maybe you want to say no, but you have to say why. Give some reasons. Try to give 2 or 3 reasons why you think so. So you write your answer on your paper, and then you give it to me on eClass by Sunday. So I can then upload a new video for you to watch on YouTube, okay? So, remember, you have the first letter that you're given, and then you just write down, do you think Fraser could be a spy? There are certain topics that are on here today, so brands, money, all of these words are words from the textbook today, and I added a couple of others, but most of them are on here. Now, if you choose page number 1 or 2, or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, you all have different letters and different words. So choose one of them and do it. So as you can see, I've made 4 worksheets, but you only have to choose one of them. As you can see, different words, different letters. Different words, different letters. Different words, different letters. Different words, different letters. I've made all of the questions different too. So the idea is you have a chance to choose which one. If you choose 1, 2, okay. If you choose 3, 4, okay. 5, 6, 7, it doesn't matter. Choose one of them and just do that worksheet only. And then at the end of it, you will upload just the 2 pages to eClass, and I can check your work. It's the easiest way. If you send it to email or you send it to my Kakao Talk, it's a little hard to read it sometimes, but it doesn't matter. Just send it to eClass. We're all okay. So maybe you were like, Fraser could be a spy. I put this down, the spy in here. Do you think Fraser could be a spy? This is Fraser being a spy. Really terrible and bad. So I think it's not a good choice. And you could be like, Fraser has no coordination. He looks too kind to be a spy, or he is too easy to see. Like, everybody would know it's Fraser, so he wouldn't be very stealth or help. There's so many things that you could say to be no to a spy. Or maybe you'd be like, yes. He would be like Bond. James Bond. Right? No, okay. Alright, so this is it for today. Remember, you have to write your answers about agreeing or disagreeing, not your questions, another student's question. So wait until the end of class day, and then you can go on there and find some discussion questions from other students and use them. If you don't give me 2 questions in the discussion, absent. Okay? So I will check on the end of our class day to see who did this or not. That's our attendance for the first part. So after you've got your 2 questions and you filled in your worksheet, send it to eClass, and then I can check your work. It's the easiest way. I just want to check your work to make sure that you're doing something, making sure that everything's okay. If there's a problem, I'm gonna help you. And that's all you have to remember, okay? I'm here to help you. So remember, finally you have to send it by Sunday. If you send it early, I'll check it and I'll send it back to you, or tell you any mistakes that's on there, okay? So, everything's good. Remember, I'm a spy. I could be James Bond, right? So, we're finished for today. It's time to go home. Jenny and Blackpink are here with me, so Blackpink in the area, right? I think I could be an entertainer. But everybody, that's it for today. I love you. Take care, everybody. I'll see you next time. So make sure you're safe. Goodbye.